Good afternoon. Well, they know they are there, so it seems that the outstanding issue can be breached. We saw during Netanyahu's visit to Washington that there was no, neither the President of the United States nor the Israeli Prime Minister suggested that an agreement is imminent. We hear from Israeli sources that it might take another 20 days to reach an agreement. So I think what your correspondent just said about the disagreement about whether Israel will go only to the Philadelphia corridor or maintaining the territory between the Moab corridor and the Philadelphia corridor is a main sticking point. That alone, that's the defense minister, the Israeli defense minister, actually suggesting building their humanitarian city, which is neither humane and barely a city. In addition to what we hear also about the idea of voluntary migration. So there is a lot of mishmash about what is ceasefire, what are the long-term plans, but we maybe just to add that even in agreement, we are talking about only 60 days. It's not the end of war.
Donald Trump says, and he said this a few days ago, of course, but there's a good chance of a deal in 2 weeks. Why is Trump so positive? Does he know something perhaps that we don't?
I don't think so, actually. Trump was making peace in 24 hours in Ukraine. He says he said only this week that he thinks that it's closed. The ceasefire is closed between Israel and Hamas. This is just words. There is nothing behind it. Had he wanted it to happen, he could have made it happen. But for now, it doesn't seem that there was any pressure there. And the reality is the Post leadership, in contradiction to the interests of their own people, are fighting for their own survival, political survival, and relevance. And as a result of that, they're maintaining the disagreement because the alternative might be, from their own survival, worse.
If these Doha talks fail, what are the consequences on the ground?
Well, exactly what we see now. We see that, according to the UN official figures, nearly 800 people were killed queuing for food, let alone others. Since, the ceasefire, the ceasefire was violated back in the 18th of March, thousands of Palestinians were killed. Continued the humanitarian disaster, no access to water, to medical treatment, to medicine, and food, on the verge of starvation. Some already starved. And this will also only get worse. There is pressure within the Israeli government by the ultra-right actually to continue the war endlessly until this elusive elimination of Hamas. And among some of them, they already fantasize about occupying most of Gaza or all Gaza and rebuilding the settlement. So unless there is an agreement, and 2 weeks, it's a long time. It doesn't not seem to us 2 weeks long time, but if you are in these conditions, living under these conditions, this is eternity.
Well, thank you so much for speaking to us. Yossi Mekelberg from the Middle East and North Africa program at Chatham House.